Can your DJ supply ceremony microphones for the officiant, the bride, and the groom? Do they have battery-operated equipment to be out in the field where there is no power? Make sure that they can handle preceding ceremony music, processional and recessional. Announce the grand entrance and entire bridal party. Do you need an experience and not just some guy that's going to play a playlist? Make sure that you hire someone that can get the job done and take care of your every total request. We are Total Request Entertainment. For booking and contact information, call Eleazar Maldonado at 414-366-7102. 414-366-7102. Or visit the website at TotalRequestENT.com.
Let me ask you something. Would you like to build a podcast? And if you have one built, wouldn't you like to get as much exposure for it as possible? Because HiddenHeartRadio.com is plugging local and national podcasters with the opportunity for more web and radio exposure. With our staff of cameramen and audio experts, we supply the technical tools needed for your podcast to reach a much wider audience. Now, you have a studio set location and access to professionals using professional equipment to film and record your show. And you get to go and upload it wherever you want. But I bet you're wondering how much all this top-notch access will cost you. Well, that's the special part, $60 an hour. That's right. You can access our studio, our staff members, and our equipment for $60 an hour to film and record your podcast. So let me ask you again. Would you like to build a podcast? Good. Call 414-366-7102. That's 414-366-7102 to make an appointment with Eleazar Maldonado to get you started.
The Morning Shift, MKE, uncut, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on HiddenHeartRadio.com. Real topics, real news you can use, you dig? You can also catch us at the Post of the City page on Meta or Facebook or HiddenHeartRadio.com.
Pitch Control.
The Morning Shift, MKE Uncut on HiddenHeartRadio.com.
What you doing still in bed, man? Yo, you need to punch in for that Morning Shift MKE with Sayer right here on HiddenHeartRadio.com exclusively from 10 to 2 p.m. Check it out, man. You're missing out.
All right, man, all those things you say to the folks you rock with in the AM, after and never before. You brush your teeth and rinse your mouth out. Don't nobody want it. Don't know, man. I can remember people having fights at the table eating because the person across from them, man, it wasn't right. So yeah, you want to take care of that. Make sure you take care of that, man. It's Wednesday. You know what I mean? Health and Wellness Wednesday, of course. I got some things in the making for y'all on these Wednesdays. But today, man, I was chopping it up with my brother Ram. And really, this conversation came a few days ago. He called me up going off about this cat, man. Because he said his mama called him going off. Said this man struck a nerve in his mama. There's been some things going on around the city. It's been all the different shows, and it's the talk of the town. It seems that a certain population of our elderly folks, man, is undergoing some abuse. But I'm gonna let my brother talk to y'all about it even more. He been digging off into it, and he got the Ram report. So let's get to it. Assalamu alaikum, Maki.
Alaikum salam, brother Sayer.
It's the word, man.
Hey, bro. You just hit the nail on the head, Talking about local Milwaukee. Everybody tune on in. We don't, I don't say anything I can't back up. And source, you can hit me on my platforms. You want more information? You ain't got to be scared. Am I right, brother?
That's right.
No need. You know, ain't got to be scared. We got you backed up. If you want to get some smoke, we got we got some goons out here, don't we, bro? That you don't even see. You know, brother, sister, we got some goons out here. They looking for work. They hungry. They hungry. They say thirsty. They thirsty. Yeah. What the Holy Quran say, it says a believer is supposed to hurl truth at falsehood until what? You knock his brains out. That's what Allah says. I didn't say it. That's what Allah said. So you got a problem with me, you got a problem with...
So you just following orders, huh?
The whole universe. Yeah. So, going forward, we talking about the city of Milwaukee, director of the housing authority. A lot of brothers and sisters that are brothers.
Wait a minute, hold on. You say director now. Ain't that the top? This ain't the maintenance man. This ain't the person that collect the rent in the office. We talking about the boss.
Not at all. The boss. Do you have the app up where I can share some stuff on the app?
I don't have the app up. Which app you need me to pull up?
The app where I can throw some of them memes in there, some of them Ram Report memes.
Yeah, you got to send them to me. Send them to me ahead of time, and then I can have them loaded and ready.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we get the gist of it. You can send them as you talk, and I can get them up there as you talk.
I can send them directly to you on the messenger, right?
Yeah.
Which I think I probably did, but I could resend them. It's not a problem.
I'm sure you did, but you send so much that if it's something we need to review, you're going to have to send it again.
No, I don't have a problem. I share my memes. My memes, listen, when I make memes, I don't put them things on them where people can't share them. I want you to share them.
Yeah.
You know, like them flyers you see at the corner store, somebody trying to do a party, they just be sitting on that. My memes is like that. Yeah, my memes like that. I'm not that way. You know me, I'm not that way. You know what I would love to see? When I have a meme out there that I see it posted somewhere else, somebody else is using it.
Yeah.
I've only have seen that maybe 3 times in the last 10 years.
So I take it we're about to see a whole lot of new memes about old brother. What's his name? What is his name? Hines? Is this Hines or Hines Jr.?
Hines Senior.
This senior, not junior.
Yeah, it was a junior too.
Oh, okay.
Junior's corrupt just like the dad. Bottom line. You know, when you grow up in poverty and then you get money, you know how people say you get brand new?
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of black people like that here in Milwaukee. They get some money and get to rub shoulders with the white folks. You know, like what Ice Cube said in that one song, which one? It's on the album Death Certificate. He said, God damn it, you know, you just set it off. That song, I love that song. When he going in on NWA and Eazy-E, for how they treated him.
No Vaseline.
With the Jew boy. Yeah, that's what we on this morning.
Okay.
I want you to play that as my intro music coming in. I ain't playing with him.
Yeah.
I ain't playing with him. I'm not playing with him. I'm not playing with him. We got that smoke. My problem is this man was an alderman, and on February 1st, 2014, the federal government with the feds made him step down from being the president of the Common Council and an alderman. And Russell Stanford sits in his seat right now. So the question is, why wasn't there a news story on what he did? That means the media is protecting him too. So that's why we have Hitting Hard Radio. We got Hitting Hard Radio and other radio stations so we can put these Negroes, these ninjas, these niggas on blast. But we only telling the truth. As the Holy Quran said, you are guilty by the works of your own hands. Huh?
Makes sense to
You
me.
put a pistol to his head and made him do this?
Wasn't me.
Where you live at? Like Shaggy say, right?
Oh.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Huh? So anyway, that man, you remember the Westline project when him and Joe Davis didn't give not one contract to one black business, a black contractor, $83 million of taxpayer money? We got to stir that up. Got to bring that back up again.
I wasn't even aware of that. I mean, I heard you when you started mentioning it. When you seen me with Joe Davis, and you was like, "Yeah, he was woo." But other than that, I never really knew what was going on with that. Why don't you want to
give money to your own black man that's trying to make some money, make our community? Don't you know money through contracting will elevate our community instantly? Because they can pay way more than what these jobs can pay. You know, brother get a contract for $5-6 million. He got 13 guys on his crew. He can pay $30 an hour. Ain't no jobs out here paying that. That's just one assignment. But we got black men, black women down there. Why they not, like what we see on the street? Who have they put on for money?
Now in recent,
anybody down there that's black, who have they put on some money since they've been in office? Hines came in office in 2014. He left or was forced out. 2004. He was forced out. Because they said with the stuff that he had did with government money, if he would have went to court, they're going to drag his name through the court. And everybody would have been able to see. So what he got what you call the Romeo death. Meaning like you walk away from office and you keep your integrity in check and nobody know. But he can't run for no office nowhere no more.
Okay, now as of recent days, the news been all over the talk been all over the fact. I guess some of the elderly folks in these different housing development places has been coming out, doing interviews, making complaints. Some even making complaints even to say he directly handled them rough.
That's true, though. That's true. So you handling people rough and there's nobody there to really check you. But I did hear one of these meetings that he went to, he was trying to get at your boy. You know the hands-on policy? So then he started having to bring the police with him. Because talking crazy and talking slick. And you paying to live in these places, and you getting low service or no service. Talking about holes in walls, roaches and rodents and mice. Are you serious?
Don't do the housing development hood or whatever he running over there, these different project buildings, these not federal programs, they just some city stuff, what?
They get federal money. So this federal money that's coming, that's why it's so much stinking. They bringing the feds in to look at this situation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, like, you're not doing your job. And then they said it's missing money and missing receipts. So not only you're not doing your job, you're stealing money. I'm only going by what I read in the article and read in the accounts. Niggas stealing money, bro. And then the worst part about it is people in there that look like him.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to put these Negroes in check with truth by using our media. Our media is social media. That's what we got to start accepting. We got to start talking that up. Black people's media is social media. It's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Messenger. That's our news station, podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Then you look at the other news and you compare it. Most people already getting their news from social media anyway.
It's faster that way.
Right.
People
Right.
doing crimes, recording it.
Right. But no, that ain't what happened, because I was there. I was there. That ain't what happened. Got their phone. So we got to switch that up. We got to tell people, people there, now they got to say, well, this person been doing it for 10 years, or he been doing it for 5 years. I'm like, they got to be telling the truth, because he got X number of people following him. That's what they look at. Then they look at how many people following you. He said, man, he got 5,000 people following him. He right here in the city. Let me go and subscribe.
Yeah.
Let me get some of that. Let me go get some of that. So you over there, and the salary he gets for over there is double what he getting as an alderman. He over $170,000 a year. And fucking up. Huh? Your boy over there messing up.
Hey, we need to really, really be starting to pay attention, man, with what's going on with the elderly folks in our community and these different
We're
things.
going to start today, right now.
And these things that
We're going to start right now.
These things that supposed to be out there as resources and support, because one thing we got to remember is, man, we next up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we on stage right now with the mic.
Right, our generation next up to be them elderly folks that just may be living in them homes, them care facilities, be them city owned or private.
Well, put it this way: we done did a whole 100-year cycle. So if you go from 1923 to 2013 or 1913 to now, that's 110 years just in America, and the whites who laid all the original racism down is dying out.
Mm-hmm.
So they children, most of their children have been around us. They have adopted us. They like our music. They just like us. They want to talk like us. They see the racism, and I'm saying there's a bunch of them that's trying to do stuff, but it says them old heads that's like 10 years older than me that's trying to hold on, and a lot of them is in my generation, and they fighting to try to hold on, but they can't. When you look at the peripheral of what's taking place, where you see white people, especially white males, anger, and some white women, like, look at what's going on with Deion Sanders. That's major.
Right.
Like, what he doing, that's major, and that's just in sports. And it's trickling into the business arena, but it's only talked about if we talk about it. Only reason they talk about it in sports because that's a platform that everybody, the majority of Americans, is on. But now when we slide over to the business arena, we do need to discuss our brothers and sisters that's doing stuff nationally and at the local level that's improving our quality of life. How are we improving our quality of life? But now you got Mr. Willie Hines, a straight-up stepping from Django. I call it what it is. I'm just calling it what it is. I'm not doing it. He doing it.
Right.
If he doing it, why don't have a problem with me. He the one making the majority of residents in those places are black. Milwaukee almost 60% black. A lot of people don't know that. Like I said, I was at a meeting last night, and I had to sit back and listen. And guess what? So it was a meeting for improvement in the community. My brother and myself.
I got one question for you, because this tend to happen at all the meetings, right? When's the next meeting?
The next one?
Yeah. Because I say that because they always having meetings to set another meeting for another meeting about a meeting.
Well, okay, wait a minute. Okay, that's first of all, this is a progressive group. You talking about the church group?
Okay.
You talking about the non-effective church group?
Yeah, I'm talking.
You know, this meeting was at a
I'm
church.
talking about mostly everything in Milwaukee, the city officials, all that, all these town hall
Those are the meetings that don't go nowhere.
Yeah,
because because the devil control those meetings. The white devils control those meetings. So, but we're talking about a meeting that's in a particular neighborhood on Burleigh that they are, they got traction and they want the neighborhood to change out on the external and the internal. And there's people who are homeowners over there in the area that was at this meeting. So this was the second one they had. I didn't go to the first one. My brother went to the first one. But then I did go to a meeting at La Folla where Malele was at. And the white people she brought from her office was in there in code talking about how they want to take the neighborhood to gentrification. And Willie Hines is a part of that. But you over there, why is it such a difficulty to repair? Now, let's take a step back. COVID-19, post-COVID, there has been a shortage in employees, right? There's a shortage. Now, you know why places don't have enough help, right?
Because they got fired
I don't
because they
think there's a
wouldn't
lot
take
of
the COVID
clarification
shots.
on what happened.
Because they got fired because they wouldn't take the COVID shot.
Okay, so whose fault is that?
All right.
So you can't force a man or woman to do something they don't want to do. But if they say you lose your job, now, by them not having enough help, now we done passed that, no mask, all this other stuff. They still got to perform these tasks and duties and assignments. The same amount with less people. So if they got less people, you need some contractors. What about all these black contractors trying to get work? Why they can't get on with the city of Milwaukee? And, we need to discuss that. I say, first of all, people should call City Hall. Bombard that phone number, 414-286-2221, 2221. And start putting these phone numbers out here so people can get them numbers. Mm-hmm. When you're on these podcasts, have them call down there. Call them aldermen. Call the housing authority. Find out what the hell is going on. See? Why not? Now, I'm here online and on my phone, sometimes I can't get it for it, but I got a thing. But this is as of the 26th. It says the clock is ticking. Milwaukee Journal. Milwaukee Housing Authority complaints could overwhelm city building inspectors.
Uh-oh.
It says city officials want to send building inspectors to the housing authority properties after fielding complaints from the constituents about bed bugs, mold, and broken heat. It said before the enforcement can respond, the Department of Neighborhood Services will likely need additional funds to hire more inspectors. Commissioner Erica Robinson said at the Common Council meeting Monday, with a budget season underway, we'll have to find those dollars soon. Willie is over all this. Huh? Yeah, the black man. It says, Alderman apologizes to Housing Authority residents. What Alderman is this? Robert Bauman. Then Alderman Mark Borowski said, we should have never gotten to this stage in the first place. So apparently there's people on the Common Council that have been knowing this is happening, and nobody wasn't saying nothing. It says last week, Common Council President Jose Perez announced a proposal to change that DNS policy and make it responsible for investigating tenant complaints about the housing authority. And then the mayor said he would use his executive authority to make the change because now they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed. Huh? They're embarrassed. I'm just reading this right off. We live right off the internet. All right. We live right off the internet. Huh? Here we go, y'all. Ain't that how they say it? Here we go, y'all. Huh? I can't see that one. Uh, this one says, this is from WTMJ website. It says new ordinance could enforce oversight on troubled city housing. This is my apartment. This is my bedroom. Deborah McQueen said she showed pictures of torn apart baseboards. Residents claimed they had holes in their floors, rats, and bed bugs. Huh? When does basic decency come in? Nobody's talking about dignity and respect of these people's lives. How hard is it to do what's right? This just don't go to the housing authority. This goes to the black and white slumlords too. They don't get a pass either. Since Pandora's box is open, everybody on blast can get some this morning. Yes, everybody. You never hear people on the east side of River West, Brewers Hill, Third Ward having problems like this to live in these places. Right. Why are we getting less service? And then you paying. Huh?
Yeah, that's what
Hines Jr. said he opened it.
It ain't just in neighborhood services, man. When you think about it, it's in everything. Everything and from our community to the next. Everything in our community. Let me get this there. Everything in our community versus things in other folks' community differ, man. Like,
that's called environmental racism.
The school.
That's called environmental racism.
All that.
Then it says, we asked Willie Hines, the Housing Authority Commission president, if he thought it was acceptable for anyone in the city of Milwaukee to be living in the conditions discussed in Monday afternoon meeting. This is what he said. I believe if those matters are brought to my staff attention, we will address them. And that's what we will do. And that's what we've done in times past. Apparently he haven't. So you're on blast with the mic in your face at the Common Council meeting, where you used to be the president of Common Council. They got you on blast, and he sidestepped the question. He didn't even answer the question. All he had to do is say, no, ma'am, no, sir. And see, it's good that it's brought up now during budget time that the city going to be forced to do something. Because the next step is the feds come in. And if the feds come in, they pretty much shut it down. And they'll change everything. Now, here goes another article, Channel 58. It says, Milwaukee Housing Authority denies claims of retaliation against Mitchell Court residents. Are you serious? It says Mitchell Court residents accuse their landlord, the Housing Authority of the City of Milwaukee, of retaliating against them for speaking out about their living conditions. Are you serious? It said, Logan said she and others were found in violation of their leases after speaking out. Oh, so they got mad, now they want to kick them out. They wanted to kick them out.
Oh, yeah, you can't stay here. You done called them people on me, got them all in my business. You want to stay here? No, you got to go.
What?
Can't keep. Hey, you can't keep your enemy close. Ock, that's a myth. They said you turn me in, you get about my shit.
Man, that's what we talking about here. Is our brothers and sisters being put on blast.
Yeah, they're like, right. How dare you tell on me?
Yeah, we got to start putting brothers and sisters on blast. Put them on blast, right?
That's what the Ram. Right? That's what the Ram report for.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? That's all.
So with that being said, y'all, man, hey, you know how you see an accident on the street and somebody make a post
Right.
like check on your people. Hey, you got an elderly relative, grandmother, auntie, uncle, what have you, neighbor that frequent your Dollar General that you work at. You know what I mean? Check on them if they live in one of them buildings, man. They might be over there going through something. It's a reason.
Right.
It's a reason them old folks be in them dollar stores stealing. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Or better yet, we need to have a discussion of how do we improve the quality of life for our people.
Definitely.
How do we improve the quality, starting with our elderly and then our women with children? You know, like, do we have middle class and upper class blacks that have an abundance of resources or stuff they're not even using, sitting in storages in their garages and basements
Yeah.
that somebody else can use? Like, one thing I think of right away, most single mothers with children, they need beds.
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to give them away for free, or even sell them at a low cost price that we can buy them and deliver to somebody's place? I've been in so many houses where I see children sleeping on air mattresses on the floor.
Yeah.
On the floor. On the floor.
That's where the air
I was
mattress
in it.
go.
Yeah. Yes. The concept of having a bed and a dresser and a chest, that's something that most people think is common.
Hey, I remember that used to be one of the items that would flip in the households every tax season. Mama get a new living room set. Kids get a bedroom set, some bunk beds or something if they share rooms. You know what I mean? Every tax season or every other tax season.
Okay, now the question is, why would somebody do that? Why every new tax season you gotta get something new? But people who own a home, they may switch their furniture out every 6-7 years or more.
Yeah, they
You know
usually,
why?
hey, cause they usually got their furniture from somewhere that made good furniture. You know, this furniture sold nowadays, put together with staples.
Right.
It's
So the question is,
you'd be good to get you 13 months out this furniture.
so you better off giving furniture at a rummage sale then.
Right.
So why would you go get this furniture and you paying on it?
Yeah, I can't answer that.
I mean, we're talking about the quality of life now.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times, a lot of these sisters, when they leave these places, they leave all this stuff in the house. They don't even want it.
Man, because
That's
the
one reason why
kids
they
done
end up
broke
having-
the kids done broke that shit down jumping on it. What I'm gonna take it to the new house for? It's tax season. I'm finna get a new one. They only cost $600.
$600 that they don't have.
They do. It's tax season. They got it.
But that's just temporary.
But they temporarily finna get that
Mindset,
living
but
room
think
set.
think about the mindset of poverty.
Yeah, I hear you, but it is
You know what I'm saying?
it
I'm talking about,
is.
think about the mindset. So that means you're not even stable.
Man, they gonna get them. If the kids need bedroom sets, they gonna get that bedroom set, that living room set, and they gonna get a car. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm just saying.
And
on
then
the-
in
on the
another
front side of-
and then in another tax season or two, they gonna do it again.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's no stability.
Yeah.
You can't continue. A person can't continue to live like that. That's why in 4 or 5 years they never have nothing. When you living like that, and then in 2 years you want to move. But see, when you don't have money, you got to move where the Section 8 is. And normally that's in areas where most people don't want to live. And that's why a lot of times you will see a lot of sisters, they'll go back to school, get a better job, so they don't have to deal with Section 8, so they can live in better neighborhoods. Because in those neighborhoods, a lot of times where the Section 8 is, the people that they trying to get away from, they all there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that mindset, it exists. Because all of the predator retailers be waiting on the dude to sell the car, the furniture, all that.
Man,
They be waiting on.
the car lot tell you just bring your W-2s. We'll help you file your taxes and you can drive off today.
Yeah. You paying $179 a month for 10 years. Are you serious?
Man.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah, they for real.
But
Yeah.
they know everything though.
They for real, for real.
You know, and that makes them hard to deal with.
But give me a final thought, Ox, so I can get over to the music.
Yeah, we need you to play a good song for the Ram Report and for the people today, man. None of that trap stuff, bro. Nothing with no cussing in it. Something that's gonna wake them up. Some KRS-One or some Ice-T or some Rakim to get our people.
Man, we gonna get your playlist together, right? We gonna send me your playlist. We gonna get your playlist together. We gonna queue it up so when we got you on these interviews, man, we can have your playlist ready to go.
Yeah, the playlist ready.
That's
Okay.
what's up.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for calling. Y'all keep it locked.
This is HittingHardRadio.com.
We'll get you over to the music. The request lines is open. 414-502-9447.
Make sure you tune in to the morning shift, MKE Uncut, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., right here on HittingHardRadio.com. You can also watch on Facebook,